Rhys, Ryan, down here. Let's lean up there.
Just moved outside.
Shilly's gym. And they're all noise in there. We've got classes on. We've got the kids in, haven't we?
The next generation.
Is this the amateurs in there? Is it?
Yeah, no, it's kids class. So they move up then to the amateurs after that. So the next generation in there now.
But we've come to catch up with you two because your journeys, both of you, because it is a journey between the two of you. You were mates before.
Yeah.
Gym mates, spar mates.
Oh, I won't call them spar mates, so there's not much mate going on, but yeah.
But now he's your coach, and he's your fighter.
He is.
So
11th of September.
At Bolton.
At Bolton.
Great show. Some quality lads on there. And quite a few making your debut, so there should be a fair crowd in there. And arguably one of my favourite venues because I get to see everything that's happening. Normally, sometimes when you're stuck in a changing room, you know, you hear a noise and you think, what's happening? But all I have to do is look over the balcony and I'll see what's happening.
Yeah.
So
that's what you need, isn't it? As a media as well.
It's a fantastic venue and it makes for a better night for you because
it's a good atmosphere inside.
Well, yeah, not just that though. You get a nod that you're on in 20 minutes or you're on in half an hour. You have a rough idea where you are.
Yeah.
But you're not sat in a changing room dwelling on it.
No,
you're sat there, you're chatting to the other fighters, you're chatting to the coaches, and you'll pick up loads of information, you know, from everyone else as they're preparing their fighters, you know, for going into the ring. So it really is a good venue and a great place to make your debut. But like you said, we don't know who, but we know when. When did I speak to you? It must be about 6 months ago, mustn't it?
6 months, yeah. When we re-signed his contract with Steve,
And it seems like it's gone pretty quick.
It's flown by, really. When did we have our medical? End of last month?
Yeah.
End of last month medical. That's all gone off. That should come back.
Got some decent rounds in.
Well, that's my next question because I remember speaking to you and not that much experience. I think, was it 8 fights as an amateur?
6 fights as an amateur, 5 knockouts.
Got to put that in. Chuck that one in.
Well, we can see that left hand of yours is carrying a little bit away. I was watching you on the pads there. Do you know something though? You don't seem.
There's not so much effort into it.
Yeah.
There's no force in it.
Effortless.
Effortless.
Yeah.
I can't say that. My tooth is missing.
Not loading up.
No, but you seem to deliver with power, without really trying.
Well, let's not be honest. He was knocking kids out at light heavy in the amateurs, and he's at super welter now. So
almost half the man.
For the guy that feels his power all the time on the pads and on the body bag, he ain't lost anything.
So what I was getting to is, like I was saying to you, you know, to try and replicate fight night. A great way of replicating that is going and sparring in other people's gyms in their back garden, and it seems like that's what you've been doing.
Yeah, we took your advice on board, like you were saying, and we've been up and down, haven't we?
Went up to Ricky's, Blaine kindly had us up and we sparred with Brad Ray. We're going to be the next Blaine Eunice.
We know what we're talking about, so we're talking about Ricky Hatton's gym.
We are, yeah.
Hey,
we're going for the next Blaine Eunice and Brad Ray, aren't we? So better looking, obviously.
You've killed
right, sorry, cut that bit out. But,
don't cut that bit out.
But yeah, so people don't know. But because you're boxing fans as well.
Yeah.
So how good was that for you to go down there and spar with, you know, in Ricky Hatton's gym?
Yeah, it was class. It was really good. I was a bit nervous at the start, but very welcoming.
I mean, Brad's a solid pro. You know what he's 10-0, isn't he? He's very good, and he was great for Rhys to spar.
Well,
great
I
experience.
believe you did that well. That you've been asked to go back at some point.
Yeah, we're going back at some point. We've been down to Northside, which, as you all know, Lee, it's a very tough gym.
Well, Northside is brilliant because it's probably more renowned now for the journeymen, you know, likes of Willie Warburton and Jamie Quinn and all that, and they've got a few kids there. Well, they've got some prospects, you know. You've got Rich Cartwright down there. I think he still might be IBF World Youth Champion or something like that.
We've been down to see Curtis
Gagano,
yeah. So we've got some decent rounds in, and that's just to name a few, you know. So it's getting the rounds in, getting the experience for Rhys, especially going away from home. It's better away from home. You know, he's getting out there, getting to these gyms, getting the experience that he needs.
I'm watching you, because obviously this is your journey, wrapping his hands this morning, getting practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is he getting any good at it here, mate?
Yeah, he's alright.
It's like tying somebody else's shoelaces, isn't it?
That's why I wear slip-ons, mate.
Well, that's the plan for us, you know, to get in between these fights, now to get on the road, get the rounds in,
Get those valuable
up and down
rounds.
the country, you know.
That's the only other way we're going to get experience.
Use Shivvy's little black book of his contacts and get out there and get the rounds in.
Yeah, and then, like I say, are you enjoying it?
Yeah,
And
thoroughly.
are you now, because like I say, you know, when you was an amateur, you were light heavyweight. Now you're down to super welterweight or light middleweight, whichever way you want to look at it. Do you feel like you're still carrying the power, and you're feeling like you're lighter on your feet? How are you feeling?
Well, I just go off what Ryan says. So if he says to me, "You're still carrying that power," he's felt the power on, you know, light heavyweight on the pads, and now he's felt it down here. So it's exactly the same. So I just trust the team, trust what they say, and that's it. We go from there.
Right, and the kid, he's in ridiculous shape, you know. So he's not lost any power, and it's, you know, the way his movement's massively improved.
Now, when I say this, he might pull his face, but you're trying to convince him to go to welterweight, aren't you?
You know, there's still a bit somewhere that we can take off.
That might happen.
Maybe,
Because what are you, 23? Just 23, aren't you? So you probably stop growing, as in, you know those hormones. They're probably start beginning to run dry a little bit, aren't they?
Just a couple more years of filling out, I think.
But also continuously being in the gym twice a day, 6 days a week, that changes you as well. So maybe you just build into being a solid light middleweight.
Maybe, yeah. That might be it.
The kid's a gym rat. He wants to do extra all the time. He's pushing himself all the time. You know, he's a dream for me to coach. You know, because you tell him what once and he's like a sponge. But also, like I said, can't keep him out in the gym. And when he's not in the gym, he's swimming.
You don't have to
he's
change me to bring me back.
No.
Bring me up on the weekend. Where are you? Come on.
Well, it looks like everything's going well. Like I say, it was a quick flying visit because I'm going around to all the gyms because Steve's a bit mental, your manager, and he's decided to have 6 shows in September in the space of 23 days, and I've got to try and catch up with you all.
Yeah,
but
that's a lot of
from
work.
what I've just seen, mate, you're looking on form. Like I say, I'm hearing good rumours from everyone that you're doing well.
Yeah.
So I presume when I speak to you sometime on the Saturday, on the 11th of September, I'll be saying, wanna know?
Wanna know?
1 KO.
Well, maybe. Listen, good luck, and I'm probably not going to be able to catch up with you before then, but I will be seeing you there on the night, and like I say, fingers crossed, we do say that, wanna know, and maybe even a KO.
Definitely.
That's it.
Take care, lads.
Thank you very much.
See you on.
Thanks.
Bye.